Patron, take them away.
Okay guys, hope you're well. It's been a funny old day today. There's been a lot of news and I put some set and forgets in, which well, it could be better, but I'm going to go to market on US 100 now that the news is over. It's been a funny day, so let's flick onto the charts and we'll have a quick look. You'll have to excuse the light. It's late afternoon, the sun comes in that window and blinds the hell out of me. Now, what we're looking at here is the US 100. And for those of you who haven't been here before, I am Big Scruff, and I'm trying to put trading in the real world. But first of all, I'm having a coffee. Because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee and has knackered. It's been a busy old time of things of late. Right, is this ready to go? Let me just check something. One of the things you'll find on this channel, guys, is I don't preempt anything. I do everything in the moment. And I like to show you it as I'm reading it. It's moving up, that's fine. Yeah, right, we're pretty much good to go. So, what are we going to do? We can see this huge uptrend. We had sort of a little bit of volatility around 3 o'clock. It's come in and it's now cracked this here where you can see all them 3 levels. So I'm going to place an order in pretty much straight on them levels. So give me a second while I load this up. Because I am reasonably happy with what it is that I'm looking at. So we're going to whack in a fiver just above it. Boom, there we go. So what we're looking at here is to get it to roughly that line. Now we can extend it, but I'm also looking to enter on these lines, you know, and what I can see here is a convergence. Now a convergence is where you've got multiple areas of attraction converging together, and what happens with those convergences is it creates a strong level. Now we can see that here, see it there, see it there, and you can see it's chopping around it right now. Now what I'm prepared to do is I'm going to kind of follow this down a little bit. I want it as close into that level as I can get, because I actually want to go into market, but I don't like just going instant press. There we are, we're in. So I'm happy now. So gained a couple of extra pips just by hanging fire a little second. Okay. So let me just show you the other trade, which is running. Which is this one. Now, in the morning call, the video where I do the news announcement, etc., I said this one was of an interest. Now I picked this one as a set and forget, and it's sitting, well, it's 120, well, I'll show you. You'll be able to see it here. We're 145 quid against us at the moment, so could be better, because it's ran away with itself. Now, if I just move this out to the hourly, I'm looking at this retracement here. You know, let's just clean this off a second so you can see it. So you got that strong drive, and then it's gone into consolidation, and it kind of sold off, but it just came back to where the bottoms are and is now bounced up. Okay, it's not end of the world stuff, but when I was working it out with my sheet, and if you don't know what the sheet is, it's this. I'll just flick that over. It came out as the biggest gain and the biggest drop from the last data sample. See that here, and you can see it pushed up. It actually changed its position, you know, it moved up quite well, and this just fell off the floor, right? down it went. Right? But because there was a lot of news, it was a more attractive market to take, simply because the news that was out today wouldn't really affect it. And it hasn't. It's just sold off and then it's coming up. So it's nothing really to worry about, and it's 100 quid. You know, which is neither here nor there, because this is a relatively slow market and I expect it to take, well, might even take till tomorrow to play out. Not really that fussed. So it was a safe bet. But I also didn't want to enter the market because of the amount of news that was going to be happening today. There was a colossal amount of news and it was all US data and one thing and another, certainly this afternoon. And it just meant the markets would be a little tad unpredictable. And my theory is this: if I don't understand it, I don't trade it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this out and then I'll come back to you and I'll explain it. Okay guys, we're done. So, nice and quick, just the way I like it. It's taken me a total of about 15 minutes to check it out and trade it. Took next to no time at all. In fact, on my prop, I was looking at it thinking this is going to go, and I'm pretty sure it is. So I pulled it into my prop and 4 minutes. Something like that. Just took no time at all. Wallop. Straight in. You know, in, out, job done. Perfect. Right. So let's little look at this. How's the other one looking? Let's get rid of all of this crap off the top here, actually. Get rid of that. I'm not trading that one either. So it was the Aussie chef. It's now starting to do what I want. You know, even if it just gets up to the tops of where it's been, in and around here, because my initial thoughts of this was it was going to break and then visit up onto this one. Well, kind of had other ideas, didn't it? And that's why I dipped my toe in the water. It's a good thing, lesson to learn. So all I've got left is now is running that. It's 100 quid. But my net total is 135. So if I kill this off now, I am still net positive. Now, this is one of the ways that I'm consistent, because I'm constantly managing and looking at how I'm trading and what I'm trading. And I'm not worried about sacrificing something for the greater good. Now, look at these levels. That's stalled bang on where I wanted it to be. Absolutely, almost to the pip. Spike through, but look at the closing points and the stall. Exactly the same. Look at the cluster here, where these have all converged together. Strong levels. Strong level, strong level. Even down here, strong level. Right? And none of these are from small time frames. They're always from higher time frames. So let's just pull this out a little second and have a little look to see how this might have been created. I'll take those levels off just so they don't kind of distort what you're looking at. When you're looking at a chart for the first time, guys, what would you see here? What could you possibly see? Well, what I can see straight away is it found areas here, around that area. Why? There's your down and up. It's been there before, and it's also on its way up. It's stalled there. So I knew this area was a good area. So sure enough, stalled there, and then that's just broken through it. Well, if it's broken through it and it's a strong area, well, that means it'll repel price in the short term. Okay. So what else can I see? Well, if I start breaking this down somewhat, I can see it's on a strong drive, but it's actually consolidating here. There's some form of compression. So again, why is it compressed? Because it's at this level. And that level is massively strong. So something had to give. Come to 4 hour. What's happened here? Well, we add into the mix that there was a strong drive there. Overextended candle or a power shift candle. Now, what's a power shift candle? A power shift candle is just a candle that is stronger and bigger than those around it. Like this. Sticks out like a sore thumb. What happens there? It's called a power shift because it's aggressive movement in a singular direction. And because it's aggressive, it runs out of steam. Well, it did. Because it just runs out of interest. Or you've got people on opposing positions, you've got stops being hit, and you've got profit taking. It has to snap back. Fine. Well, it did snap back. Straight back to this level where it came from. But it busts through it, which means it's got some gusto in it. Take it down to the hourly. What have we got? We can see this comes down. You can see all those small candles, but the tails are coming in underneath. All of them are coming in underneath. Long tail, long tail, long tail, long tail. Finally, you've got a battle which went on here because there's no more tails, but wallop, buyers. Now the buyers are coming in and there's nothing to say that this is slowing down. You could have said maybe it's these two, but it's coming into this level. We then go into the news event, wallopy, wallopy, wallopy. It didn't change the sentiment of what was going on because it didn't break the lows. Take it into 15 minutes to see what happens. Well, came up, thought about what was going on here over the course of the hour when the news was there. But look at it all. It's all green, one thing and another. It burst through, came down, failed to have another go at it. So if it can't go below and it's showing no signs to go below, it can only go up. So if it's going up, where's it going? Well, the next cluster point is over here. It's like this area here. Oops. Kind of around this area here. This is where it's going to try and go to. But what else can we see? Well, we can see all sorts of different things. I can see where that shifted and then tried to come back. Failed, went into consolidation and fell off. Well, if I draw a retracement into these things, and just follow it down into where it showed signs that it was ending, which is here. See, came down, ended, came there, locked it in stone, fell off a little bit, not a worry, but these fibs are still in place. Sure enough, broke that 50 as it broke through the level, giving me a target of 61.8, and I've just targeted straight into it and been paid. Very simple, easy way to read a chart and understand the analysis and then be paid from it. So what's your takeaway from all of this? Well, your takeaway is very simple. Do your homework. Read the high time frames. Read the chart as you see it. Understand what it's trying to achieve and how it got into that state in the first place. If you can do that, well, then you can make a logical choice. And you either trade with what it's going to do, or you wait for it to peter out and you trade against it. And the difference is, well, if it's pushing down, which if you looked at the daily, you could have said it was on a downtrend, which I kind of believe that it might be. So I was just conservative with my targets. And if that meant I only get 100 quid rather than 2 or 3, well, I'm happy with 100 quid for about 10 minutes worth of work. It's not bad, is it? Or is it? You tell me. In fact, drop in the comments below, because I'm really curious as to what people's expectations of trading are. I see it all the time where you think you're going to make a fortune from small amounts of money. But you might talk the big game, but do you actually get the big money? Curious. Because for me, I think if you're chasing the money and you think you're going to make big money from small amounts, you're probably delusional. and you'll still be like this in years to come. But if you looked at it and thought, well, little steps every day makes me some money, and each bit of that money can make me a little bit more money, it'll compound up. Just a thought. But do drop it in the comments below. I'll be really interested in your thoughts, and I do answer every single one of them. I genuinely do. And if you email me or use WhatsApp, I still answer them. Can't always give you the right answers, because sometimes you ask things that I only provide for the Scruffy squad. But you're very welcome to come to the Scruffy squad. And the reason being, there's no magic pills, guys. You know, I've worked with those guys now for quite a while, and they understand that X does not mark the spot. And trust me, after 19 years in this industry of doing it as a job, because it was my job, it was part of my job when I was in industry, and doing it as a full-time trader, if you're looking for a simple magic system and somebody says they can give you one, they're probably leading you up the garden path. There isn't. You know, you don't become a tradesman, a pilot, or a doctor, or any profession just by watching a 15-minute quick video. You genuinely don't. And if you're a martial artist, yes, there's the great quote by Bruce Lee. I don't fear the man who knows 10,000 kicks. I fear the man that's practiced one kick 10,000 times. But how long did it take to practice that one kick? It took a tremendous amount of time. You can't do it in 10 minutes and then suddenly be rich. That's just delusional. Absolutely delusional. So, just a thought, guys. Just a thought. Anyway, there'll be a change of scenery very soon. My office got finished today. Just got a couple of little touch-up things to do, and then we're moving into it. So we'll be able to see my collectibles again and get them on the shelves. Because I miss playing with me toys, boys and girls, I do. And I love me Star Wars figures and things like that. So, be able to get to see all of them. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.